With early bow seasons opening up all over the country and some opening up very, very soon, we're going to take a look back at 2014, some of the highs and lows of the WKP team.
Is that not the most epic sit in a tree stand?
I'm pretty sure it's a yes, it is.
My God, he's giant. Shot looked good.
It's all I want every year right there. Look at this thing.
What do you think of that?
That is huge.
Bam!
Perfect. Came right in.
Early season encounters may be the best way to describe John Mulligan's season. Here's a few of those.
Man, finally. We've been looking forward to this all year. We've been planning and talking about what we're gonna do and finally get to do it. So this is a spot that we actually had trail camera pictures of Johnny Cash last night. Not gonna waste any time. We're gonna try to get out here and get after it.
Dude, is that Cash? That's Cash. He's hard-horned. I just had a staring contest with a white-tailed deer. When he came back, I just thought he was going to come down this side. But when he went that way, I thought maybe he was going to circle. He was, 50 yards? Dude, that close. I thought we had him.
So Johnny Cash has been up to some tricks ever since he lost his velvet. He's completely opposite, timetable-wise, of what he was doing, and now on a different side of the farm. Thank goodness for covert trail cameras, because if not, we'd have been hunting on the other side of the farm still. Cameras say he's here. They don't lie. So that's why we're here.
All right, so today is day 4 in Kentucky. This is the new set that we hung last night in the dark. This way is how Johnny Cash has been coming in. One day he went up that way, one day he went this way. I think this is his preferred route. How far away? And Johnny Cash, he came in from the place that we've never seen him come in from. The problem is once he showed up, he was like 40 yards at one point. But there's no way that Mike could tell me because he was so close. Seeing your hit list buck 3 times on video, it's kind of tough to swallow, especially, like I said, being in bow range tonight. We saw our first rub on a tree coming in, so my fear is that easy pattern of more early season stuff is about ready to go away. And hopefully he doesn't turn into a ghost and just completely vanish.
Lucas Psycho, as always, had a very interesting season. Whether the deer gods were testing him, or maybe Dikembe Mutombo.
All set up. Anything mature that comes by, I feel like I want to shoot.
I passed up Dikembe Mutombo for the second time. Oh, he's a stud 4.5 deer, man. Turned into a 5x4. He was a 4x4 last year. The big swooping beams. Had him at 25 yards standing broadside. And deer gods were testing me there. They were like, so you know how bad do you really want Sloth? Or Stan? Or Shredder? Look at Dikembe Mutombo. He's a fine looking specimen. I'm gonna bring him right past your tree. No, not in my house. Told him to keep stepping. Keep on stepping, brother. Grow another year.
Shane Weiss from Wisconsin had another challenging season. Passed a lot of deer. A whole lot of deer. Had a lot of fun doing it and recorded some great footage.
I got deer running all over the place down here this morning. That one 2.5-year-old 8-pointer that I filmed last night, he actually chased a couple around the backside of the pond. And he actually ended up going right across the pond. I've never had one do that before. A little while later, I videoed another real nice 2.5 come walking by. I don't know, I think I've seen 4 bucks so far. I don't know how many does and fawns are just, like I said, every time I turn around, I see some running. So who knows, maybe I'll get a big one to come strolling through. Kind of hoping that A, there's a big buck in here with a doe, or B, I can maybe just get a big buck cruising through here. It's still pretty windy. It's supposed to die down tonight. It's going to be a really good night, I think. He's a pretty decent deer. I mean, he's nowhere near big enough to kill. I kind of wish Brady was here because he might have shot it. He stood perfectly, like, I don't know, 15 yards from me, straight 110% downwind. Didn't have a clue I was there. Anyway, so I'm standing here watching him and her, and all of a sudden I heard another grunt. And I look back in the river channel again, and I see another deer coming. Well, it was just a little basket rack buck. He eventually saw that doe and chased her off, so it's been a pretty exciting first half hour of the hunt.
Ted had another awesome season. Horizontal rubs, big deer, and great footage. What else could you ask for?
Well, that was pretty cool. Doe come up here just before dark here. We got a couple of doe tags to fill. A lot of does on this property, so took the opportunity to take the shot. Made a pretty good hit on her. She just went about 50 yards over here and dropped. I saw her drop here, but it's pretty cool. She walked right into our setup. We might have another trail cam angle here. But she was stopped there just kind of looking at the horizontal rub and get down out of here and go get some help and get her drug out. Well, that's a pretty good buck right there. Nice 10-pointer. Got real nice brow tines on him. I'd guess him 3.5. Maybe could have been a 4.5-year-old buck. But what we're doing, we're just set up in a bedding area. It's been cold last week or whatever. Rut's pretty much done. A lot of bucks have their does bred and cruising again. So I'm just kind of sitting in this thick draw of hedge trees. Windy out, it's kind of down out of the wind, and had that little 10-pointer come through earlier, and then this buck here just cruising by himself looking for them few extra does that need to be bred.
After 4 long years of preference points, Ryan Iberg finally got his crack at the great state of Iowa and all the great deer. It's a season that I know Ryan will never forget, nor will I.
We're back up here at the marsh. There was a younger buck dogging doe across this bean field that we came in. Neither of them cared. They've been right over our tracks. So I think it's safe to say it's on now. Hopefully the big boy that we've been getting on camera, No-Show Jones, is somewhere in the 170-ish range. I think I'm going to sit down and shut up and let the magic happen here. We just had a little buck, maybe a 6 or 8 pointer, couldn't really tell. He was dogging a doe through this middle area of the pasture. I don't know. I just feel like it's got to happen here real soon. No. Okay. This has been our best night yet. I lost track of how many deer we've seen. This 3-year-old buck that has a real weak left side, he came by 35, 30 yards all day long in several different spots. If that same thing happens tomorrow with a more mature deer, he's going down. See what he does.
Looking back on 2014 and Todd Pregnan's season, it's measured maybe in mythical proportions. Not one buck, but 2 giant white-tailed deer fell in Iowa. To check out those hunts and all the rest of the hunts, be sure to check out Patient Tenacity, the latest installment from the White Knuckle Productions crew. When you use just any old handsaw to trim shooting lanes, your saw breaks. And when your saw breaks, you don't get your shooting lanes cut. When you don't get your shooting lanes cut, you miss your buck. Twice. When you miss your buck, you end your season with an unfilled tag. Don't end your season with an unfilled tag. Use Wicked Tree Gear, the toughest saws on earth.
Yeah, we've been working our Wicked tree gear pretty hard already this year. Our hand saws, pole saws, they work phenomenal. You know, I can't say enough good about them, really. They built well, they stand up to the abuse that we put them through. They stay sharp for a long time.
So this summer and this fall, we're going to be utilizing the new Wicked Ultralight. It's our new 10 and 14 footer that we came out with this year. We launched it actually at the ATA. Having the 2-in-1, having the hand saw and the pole saw at the price point that it's at, it's going to be a big hit. It's backed by our same warranty that it doesn't matter how you break it. I don't care. Tell a funny story, you're getting it replaced or you're getting it repaired for free.
I like Wicked because I like to cut stuff. Well, not my hands, but I like to cut stuff.
Every time that we use it again, whether it be the hand saw or one of the pole saws, we get reminded about why it is that we're so glad to be using these and to be showing these products to people. It's a little more money, but the quality and the time and the money that you save over the long run, there's nothing on the market that really can compare or compete with the Wicked tree gear.
Our hand saws easily pay for themselves in the first year just in the amount of cheap saws that we would have had to buy. So we love them and we will continue to use them for as long as we can keep our hands on them.